What's up, guys? This is a little RuneScape update video from me, Currency, aka Numero Uno, on old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3. So pretty much, oh, there we go. One blood rune, huh? Now that's money right there. I don't know. I love the look of the runes on 04scape. These like iconic, like old, like inventory icons for these logs and these runes, and it's like awesome. But 04scape. Let's start with my regular RuneScape account. So currently, I do not have a good enough computer to run old school RuneScape with RuneLite. So, plus my account is linked to the Jagex launcher. The Jagex launcher does not support Linux, and Chromebook runs on Linux. Maybe Jagex should release a Linux version of the Jagex launcher. I think that would be a great update. Probably would be playing old school RuneScape right now if it wasn't for that. One thing that would really piss me off that I'm worried about is if Jagex decides to press charges against the makers of this private server. I've already invested like a good couple hundred hours into this game, and there's not even a lot of people playing it. You know, it's just it's just it's just a worry in the back of my mind that by the time they get around to releasing Slayer and all the stuff that they say that they're going to release, if Jagex decides to shut them down, I'd be pretty pissed about that, you know. It's almost like Jagex doesn't want us to have like a lot of the stuff. Is the reason why they released old school RuneScape to begin with is because someone wanted to release a legacy version of the game known as 2006scape. So that's why that was the thing that sparked old school RuneScape. If for those motherfuckers that do not know, that is the original thing that sparked old school RuneScape to even come out. Is someone was planning on releasing a legacy version of the game, and yeah, so I hope they don't shut this server down. I hope that, you know, I just want Jagex to know that I will pay them to keep this server alive. I will pay money, whether I'm a millionaire in real life. I will pay millions to keep this server alive. No big deal. If it comes to that, I want to buy a shareholder stake in Jagex someday. And yes, I said shareholder, not shareholder, because I want to be a decision maker for Jagex someday. Yes, that is me. You know, I've been an entrepreneur for 27 years. My business currently is a multi-million-dollar business. It's what I do whenever I'm not playing RuneScape, as I run my business. And put it to you this way, guys. I believe in 04scape. And I just don't want to invest a whole shitload of time into this game just to have them shut it down. You know, I think this game is awesome, you know. And a lot of people have invested a lot of time into this game, and I don't want to lose this game. So when I buy a shareholder stake in Jagex, it's not going to be all about the bottom line. Money is not the issue for me, as Jagex will not be the only company that I own. If Jagex makes me like, if Jagex costs me a couple $100 million a year for like 20 years until we release the final version of the game, and if it costs me and my legacy is my if it costs me a couple million a year for the rest of my life to keep the servers alive, and to probably will be making money. We could never make the game like free, right? Because when I die, you know, we have to leave the company to somebody. It's probably not going to be my family. I'm going to leave like my business to my family, but I'm probably going to leave Jagex probably to possibly even the Gower family. But it's going to be the final version of the game, and no more updates will be added into the game unless the players, we're going to engineer the game so that you could create your own version of the game. You could create your own private server on the live game, much like RuneScape 3. It's like a private server, but the skilling and the training is all the same, so the high scores will not be affected. But it's basically your own version of the game. You know, there will be an online and offline version of the game. You could probably purchase the offline version of the game for like, I don't know, maybe like $1,000 or something. If the game costs $15 a month to play right now, you know, the offline version of the game, the standalone Iron Man version of the game might cost like $300, you know, which is not bad. It's like the equivalent of like 3 years of membership, because I can't charge $100 for it, so it might cost like $500, you know, the equivalent of like 5 years of membership, you know, to play the offline version of RuneScape. And we could engineer like bots to play in the game. We could engineer like little macros to play in the game to you know, do bossing and raiding and stuff, and they'll be like bots. You know, we'll have bots in the game to do raids with and stuff, and to make it unbreakable, unalterable. And it was like, goddamn, to make it like impeccable. We will make it impeccable, or the closest thing to perfect that it could possibly be. And so, fuck all that shit. Let's talk about my RuneScape update for my RuneScape accounts. My end game goal for RuneScape is 200 mil all skills on every version of the game. But as for 2004scape, I'm kind of just playing 04scape right now, just to experience, like, because I can't play old school RuneScape. I would, plus, my computer going down at the time that it went down was a very convenient time for my computer to go down, because I probably would have spent my whole bank on 99 sailing when Donald Trump releases stimulus checks. In America, they're giving us like some free money, like in the next few months, where I could get like a new like little like computer for like a couple $100. out of that money. And probably like I have to go get my driver's license back because I haven't had my driver's license for like 6 years, so I have to go renew my driver's license and gain access to my car and get a new computer and let's see what else. Probably buy some weights, you know, so I can start training for my bodybuilding. I'm preparing right now for a bodybuilding contest. I'm gonna be competing in my first natural show in about 3 to 4 years, probably. I'm gonna be building like I want to utilize like my my whatever money I have to buy supplements and food. Currently, the only food that I'm able to afford is like oatmeal, and the house I live in provides me meals and stuff. But I do have like my own oatmeal and noodles and like stuff and coffee and like. But it's unfortunate and sucks that I can't afford like protein powder right now, and like I don't use like weight gain shakes and stuff like that. But doing my bodybuilding thing, playing RuneScape right now, taking a break from my business for 2 years to just deload. You know, I need to unwind my mind back to baseline. It took me 10 years to become a multi-millionaire and to finalize my final business plan for how I'm going to basically conduct my career for the rest of my life. It took me 10 years to do that and to gather all the materials and everything that I need to run my business. And I've been on welfare for about 8 years now. Going to be getting a job. Going to be getting a part-time job working through staffing agencies to afford bodybuilding subs and, you know, stuff like, you know, whatever else I need, you know, I don't know. Probably every week gonna buy like a jug, a $20 jug of protein powder, can of coffee, you know, for pre-workout. I don't use like pre-workout supplements. I don't know, call me crazy, but those things don't even affect me anymore. I used to take 6 or 7 scoops of I used to take like 6 scoops of C4 before my workouts, and then I basically fried my central nervous system doing that. So I had to like see a doctor just to like kick in my central nervous system, and not taking pre-workout for like 10 years. I feel like more back to being like myself again, but after like frying my central nervous system, you know, with all the caffeine and shit, you know, you ever take caffeine for like 7 days a week for like 2 weeks straight? Well, imagine taking like, you know, 1,600 milligrams of caffeine in one straight shot every day for like 2 years. Yeah, I was pretty fucked up for like, you know, a little while there. Now, like 8 years later, I'm still a little bit fucked up, but let's see. Okay, so let's talk about old school RuneScape. Sailing just came out, and then we'll talk about RuneScape 3, and then we'll talk about 04scape. So old school RuneScape, Sailing just came out. So that, as far as I know, is pretty expensive. And the XP, I've heard, is pretty quick, but it's pretty expensive. Introduced a lot of new items and monsters and training methods into the game. Have now frost dragons and like eels and like crazy shit like what's it called, like I don't know. You know, there's like a bunch of new shit to do on old school RuneScape. So, only skills I have left, if I could show you guys, well, I do have like porn in my search history, so I can't Google it right now, but if you look me up on the high scores, this is my name on old school RuneScape. It's numero uno spelled backwards. Cabron, what's up, my brother?
I'm not sure the all the doors are closed. I heard you doing your
Video?
yeah.
Yeah.
How many visitors you got watching you?
On my RuneScape video? No.
It's not live.
I
right?
posted the last video on my Facebook page. Right now, I get like 150 views on my RuneScape page, on my video game page. Hell yeah.
David, you know what day is today, right? What day is today? Sunday. Sunday.
No, today's Monday, bro.
Oh, Monday. Today's Monday. You're right.
Last night was the Bears and the Packers Monday Night Football.
Today's Monday night. Yeah.
Yeah, today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah. Tonight's Monday. You're right. Okay.
So, yeah, so the only skills I have left is like 99 Slayer, 99 in my combat skills, 99 farming, and 99 hunter, and 99 prayer. The other, I think I have like 17 99s, and then there's sailing that I have to do now. So I was excited to get away from old school RuneScape for a little while. Turns out sailing is actually pretty cool. Sailing is like agility, but with more than just agility. It looks pretty awesome, but it does cost a little bit of money. I've heard it also makes a little bit of money, but then it costs a little bit of money. I'm not sure what it evens out to or what it's going to even out to by the time the market stabilizes. Yeah, so that's old school RuneScape. Just to max the account, probably gonna play some, O4scape like on the side while I play old school and get, probably before I go for 99 sailing, probably gonna go for 99 Slayer. And take care of all that shit and then let the market stabilize a little bit. Let the market stabilize a little bit, and then get 99 sailing. As I will be going for 200 mil skills on old school RuneScape. Make no mistake about that. I don't think it's even possible in a lifetime to get 200 mil all skills on O4scape. So, yeah, I know a few people who have like 20 mil XP in some skills, but not 200 mil XP in all skills, I just purely is not possible. We only live, if I live another 40 years, I guess it's not possible. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it, And then, let's see. 200 mil rune crafting is going to be my first 200 mil skill on old school RuneScape. It's going to net me about 5 or 6 billion GP. I'm going to do it all at the blood runes. Because it's the best XP to GP ratio, and quite frankly, I think Wrath runes are a little bit better. Blood runes are like 5k more, or is like maybe like 12% more XP per hour, but Wrath runes are way better money, or something like that, is at the expense of a little bit of like blood runes are just a little bit more efficient than Wrath runes. And then you have like Aether runes on old school RuneScape, but that shit's not gonna last. That shit just came out like 6 months ago, so that method's not gonna last. I love the blood rune method. It's easy to get in the rhythm. You climb through like 3 tunnels and you just run down the fucking the tunnel, and you craft your blood runes, and you get double blood runes, and you get like all this. It's fucking awesome. It's easy to get in the rhythm. It's like 2 clicks. It's like fucking like 15 clicks per trip, and it's just easy to get in the rhythm. Gonna be doing blood runes for 200 mil rune crafting. That should take about, let's see, if I play 10 hours a day, or rather if I play like let's see, if I could manage to stomach like if I could manage to stomach like 12 hours a day, which averages out to about 10 hours a day of straight playtime, that's 30k XP per hour, so that's 300k a day. In 10 days is 3 mil XP in 100 days, so about a year for 200 mil rune crafting. I would like to get that shit accomplished sometime in the next like 5 years or so. So 200 mil all skills on old school RuneScape, if I could go back to being like 20 years old again, to when I first went on welfare, I probably would just make a career out of making RuneScape videos. But RuneScape videos now, unfortunately, is just going to be like one thing that I do for money. Is like no money, is strictly like ad revenue that is, see, free RuneScape videos. Yeah, they're free because people have asked me this question before. What makes your channel different than other people's is I don't have a big 15-minute long advertisement in my 1-hour RuneScape video. I do not accept sponsorships on this channel, but YouTube places ads on your videos, I think, whether if you receive money for it or not. So I may as well make some money from it, but yeah, they're free. Free RuneScape videos is really just a name that I came up with. No one used that name. And the backstory is I was getting sick of seeing like people doing like paid sponsorships, so I thought like people might enjoy like nice, wholesome, quality, basic, flavorless RuneScape videos. Basic, flavorless RuneScape videos that do not accept paid sponsorships, you know, with respect to the fact that other people do this shit for a living, that this is how other people make their money. This is just something I'm doing for community and to have, like, you know, another stream of the ad revenue is gonna be nice, but keep in mind, guys, you know, YouTube, I'm pretty sure, puts ads on your videos, whether if you receive revenue from it or not. So, may as well enable earnings on my YouTube channel. And I don't think anyone would be mad about that. And if I'm mistaken, then, you know, whatever, you know, then I won't enable earnings, and that's fine. I don't need YouTube money, really. Right now, it would be pretty nice, but I don't need it. I'm really just doing this for community and to make great RuneScape videos. And that's what makes the channel free RuneScape videos really, like, wholesome, worth watching, and yeah, I'm not here to make money. I'm here to entertain you guys and be friends with you guys and make great videos. It's unfortunate that we get into video making in order to try to turn our passions into a job, but then our passions become a fucking job consequently. You know what I'm saying? Is like, you can't enjoy the fucking game like you did when you were a kid, when your livelihood depends on you being, like, good at the game, you know? We play the game to have fun, and we want to maybe see, oh, maybe I could turn one of the loves of my life into some money. And then you become a fucking hooker, a prostitute for sponsorships and making more videos so that you could pay your bills. Because going from being like a fucking RuneScape video maker to working a job is like you know, you know, that's something that none of us really want to do, you know. So yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so in the immediate future, the only thing I really have going on you know, old school RuneScape is maxing, which I'm pretty close, and 200 mil rune crafting. I could have maxed, you know, years ago, but I trained a lot of skills like post 99 because the end goal is 200 mil all skills. And you know, the first 200 mil skill that I'm gonna get on old school RuneScape is 200 mil rune crafting. Because that's gonna pay for my maxed bank and all that, like, good stuff, you know, like you know, It's gonna pay for my twisted bow, my what's it called, the sanguinesti staff. I'm so like, I've been so broke on the game for so long that sitting at like a measly like 100 mil, 200 mil, 300 mil bank for like years. That I don't even know if sanguinesti staff, I believe, is the highest, is the like tier 90 staff or whatever, like 85 tier 90, like I don't even know. Don't really care if it's the best shit on the game. I want it, god damn it. And I believe it has like 3 like styles. I don't even know how they work because I never had to use one before. Only videos I watch anyways are Alcan's videos. I watch like some of Bodhi's videos, and I watch Mudkip's videos, and then I watch RuneScape videos nowadays. I love seeing people's progress on RuneScape. You know, so now let's talk about RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3, pretty simple. Just gonna go for 200 mil all skills. Yeah, I already have like 1.6 bill XP on the game, which did not take long. I started, it was like 4 years ago. I had 700 mil XP. Very quickly got up to 1.6 billion XP, and I did that from, well, like it's kind of cheating, but you know, Silverhawk feathers, you know, got me like 200 mil, like agility and AFKing like shit, and everything's AFK on RuneScape 3 nowadays. So I just AFK my happy little fucking ass off to 200 mil everything. Everything is fucking AFK except for Slayer. And like maybe there's like some other stuff, but you could AFK everything on the fucking game. So maybe I trained some pretty fast skills to get that much XP, but pretty much, you know, there's no need to even make money on the game when you could buy bonds for 150 mil each or something like that. How much is a bond? I can't do even a Google search because I have porn in my... Let's see. How much is a bond? I'm gonna search on my phone real quick. Hold on. I believe RuneScape 3 bonds are like, last time I checked, are 150 mil each. About 160 mil each, I suppose. So what are they, like $8, $9 each, you know? Holy shit. I do not want to die right now. I mean... yeah. So to load up the account with like, just to load up the RuneScape 3 account with like 10 bill, like real quick, is like, everything you could ever need and ask for on the game anyway. So how much is a Hazelmere Signet ring anymore on RuneScape 3? I believe it's like 3 bill maybe. Last time I checked last year, they were like maybe like 3 bill or 2 to 3 bill or something. I don't know. 5 bill maybe. I don't know. I don't even want one of those or need one of those. Those things are just too fucking expensive. Holy shit. Bam. Gotta be very careful that I don't accidentally attack this guy. No. Oh, I thought I just died for a second. I was like, no. But, okay, so, gotta chomp through like all these, yeah, so RuneScape 3 just going for 200 mil skills, gonna be utilizing, I gotta go for like boss pets and shit, probably just gonna drop like, let's see, a couple $100 on like bonds or whatever, I get like 10 bill on the account real quick, and then with whatever other like crazy amount of money that I make from collection logs, they just I believe they're releasing a new skill on the game, which is bullshit because they released necromancy and then a new skill like 2 years later, which I fucking hate. So okay, so old school RuneScape, maxing soon, waiting for the marketplace to equalize for the sailing skill, so I don't have to spend my whole bank on sailing. RuneScape 3 will be utilizing microtransactions to buy the initial amount of gold that I need to get all the shit that I need for that stupid little game. I hate RuneScape 3, but you gotta do it, If you have a old school RuneScape account, then you must have a RuneScape 3 account attached to it. And, so you got to do both. If you want to truly beat the game, then you got to do both. It's not a bad game, just the game engine is kind of fidgety and sucks for combat and stuff, but you could play like the rest of the game with you could like happily play like 90% of the game just fine. It's just some graphic the game engine kind of sucks, so that's all I'll say about that. It takes some getting used to. So yeah, just going for ultimately in the immediate future, 200 mil rune crafting on old school, and 200 mil probably gonna go for 200 mil Slayer on RuneScape 3. 200 mil Slayer on RuneScape 3. Because when they release 120's attack and mage and range and necromancy, and I think 120 necromancy might already exist with 120 necromancy gear. When they release like 120 combat skills on RuneScape 3, I want to have immediate access to the newest bosses and weapons and stuff. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, and then let's bring it back for a second to the O4scape videos, or O4scape account, you know. So right now, the only real goal is 99 herblore, and to collect all the herbs by myself. So, and whenever I need to AFK, gonna chop magic logs. Whenever I get bored of doing all that shit, gonna fish lobsters. Going for like the third thing that I'm doing, and then the final thing that I've got going on the account is mining. You know, mining like rune essence. And my goal right now is 10k steel bars. It's about as far as I've thought through it. You know, 10k steel bars so I can make cannonballs. You know, yeah. And yeah, I don't have. It's like 99 herbal. When I'm focusing on something, that's usually what I'm focusing on. But I always have like, you know, like five or on RuneScape, you gotta have like 5 or 6 things to do. Is, you know, then as you knock out goals and stuff, I go from like on old school to max my account. I would go from like 70 to 99 agility, 77 to 99 rune crafting. And then you have like, you know, a couple like other things that you do like when you're bored of the grind, and then you just go back to the grind. So on, yeah, I gotta check the price of blood shards on, let's see, on old school RuneScape. Whenever I get bored of 200 mil rune crafting, I'll be going for 200 mil thieving at the Vyres. Depending on the price of blood shards anyways, there's so many bots at Vyres that is good for the game, because it's nice that you could train Slayer with a Blood Fury. Previously, a Blood Fury was only really good for like bossing and stuff. Now you could train Slayer with a Blood Fury, which is way better. If blood shards were like 3 mil each, you know, that would be like probably real good. You know, if they stabilize at like 8 mil each, like they were last time I checked, That would be real good. It'd be like a nice like balance. You know, if you've got like a shitload of money, you could still like do like certain Slayer tasks with Blood Fury, and then if you is still like a good price to be like a very exclusive item versus like feels like a little bit naughty and like you're getting away with something if blood shards are only 3 mil, and if you're killing bosses like next with like a Blood Fury, and a Blood Fury is supposed to be like an exclusive item. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure a Blood Fury is like the equivalent of like a set of Guthans. Where I come from in RuneScape, a set of Guthans is like the shit, you know. A set of Guthans is like the shit, you know. So anyways, that's what I've got going on, you know, backup plans for when I get bored on old school RuneScape. So it's 200 mil rune crafting, 200 mil thieving, and then maxing, and then probably train 200 mil, like I don't even know, you know, probably like go for pets, don't know. Haven't thought that far ahead. Whenever I need AFK, probably chop like redwoods and do my hourly herb runs, go for 200 mil farming. That right there is a fucking job in itself, you know. No one really has time for herb runs, birdhouse runs, daily farm runs. It's like you get one Slayer task in, and then it's like a fucking hour of, you know, doing like shit that you don't want to do. So it's like, yeah. So anyways, I'm not looking forward to them releasing farming on a 2004 scape. I think farming is a shit skill. I think Slayer in the beginning is gonna suck ass because there's not a big variety of shit to kill. But I cannot wait to camp Abyssal Demons. But overall, is only really going to be really good when they release Barrow's Armor, so you could camp Abyssal Demons with Guthans. I'm looking forward to that Fire Cape, Fighter Torso, and full Guthans, and Abyssal Whip, and like all the fucking awesome shit that we had in like 2006. Turned into this, and then they released the Great Corinne on old school RuneScape, and that's where I'm just gonna KMS and end this video.